the nation's capital, the fight against crude oil theft seems to be gaining more grounds. This is as the Joint Task Force Operation Delta Safe uncovered over 40 illegal refining sites in Ukwa West, local government area of Abia State. Joseph Kunde has details in this report.
Heading the expedition to Abia State is the commander of Joint Task Force Operation Delta Safe, Rear Admiral John Okeke. The water journey leads these officers to the Ukwa forest, where a large-scale crude oil site was recently discovered by men of the Joint Task Force. Comprising over 40 illegal crude oil refining ports, it is one of the largest discoveries by the OPDS in recent times.
It is surprising to note that within here we have over 17 divisions according to their naming. Each of these divisions houses over 40 cooking sites. Today, we've been able to traverse 40 of such sites. Of course, behind me, you could see the one that is ongoing. The construction is ongoing, far larger than 2 trucks. You can imagine the quantity of the products they would have stolen and refined here.
Work to dismantle the site is already underway as the OPDS commander sounds a note of warning to the criminals.
I want to say today, we are not going to relent. For those of you who do not want to abide with the extant regulation in peddling petroleum products, I will advise you to relocate once again, because we'll come for you. If you like, you can be anywhere. It's a matter of time. We will get to you. The long arms of the government will catch up with you.
The Joint Task Force solicits more partnerships with the civil populace to end the scourge of oil theft in the Niger Delta region. Joseph Kunde, TVC News, Ukwa.
Well, let's get more on this latest development. TVC News senior reporter Joseph Kunde joins us on the news at 10. Joseph, talk to us, help us understand the impact of this discovery to the fight against illegal oil bunkering.
Absolutely. First off, particular areas you look at when you talk about the Operation Delta Safe, it has to deal with oil-producing states in Nigeria. That's why we have to look at Abia as one of them, and particularly that local government, Ukwa West. We also have one of, just about a couple of months ago, we all had one in Ukwa East, although that one was being followed through by the NSCDC. But when you look at the OPDS, Operation Delta Safe, it happens to deal with not just the Navy, we also have other security agencies alongside that is ensuring that these things are being stopped about. And now, first off, we are looking at largely the largest refinery site you want to look at illegally. That is, it tells you a whole lot about how these people are not backing down on their oars and they keep going about it. I mean, we have about 17 clusters, and then each of those clusters has one cooking section whereby they bring in the crude and then they refine it illegally and then, of course, ship it out of that area. And that was why it was really difficult. We had to pass through water at some points, have to walk some of the kilometers on foot. But it's not just about Abia. We have several of them in Bayelsa, in Rivers, in Cross River, even in Delta, even in Ondo State as well. So the military are trying to, the Joint Task Force rather, are trying to see how they can put an end to all of this. And what it does in the big picture is it tends to give us that edge. That's why just for last month to this month, we've gotten a real big surge in terms of our BPD, talking about the number of petroleum products that we are able to produce per day. So if they keep on fighting these things, obviously we're going to have an increase in that. And of course, the bigger picture will now be that we're going to have a better economy coming through. But obviously, like the commander of the OPDS actually gave a sounding warning to all of those criminals. He's telling them that do not do these things because they are putting the reputation of the country at risk. Because if you go to this place, you can't even live in this kind of environment because the atmosphere is being polluted. And of course, sometimes when they do these things, they even have to go through some fire incidents as well. So you can imagine the kind of risk that these people tend to put about when they go about these things that they do illegally.
Senior reporter Joseph Kunde, thank you so much for bringing us updates from Abia State. I know you're in Bayelsa State.